Everybody, Jim DelPrete here, owner of DelPrete Home Improvements. I'm here with Steve Guidaboni. Steve, good to see you again.
Jim, how are you?
Good, yourself?
Good.
We're here in Raynham, Massachusetts. He's a past customer of ours. Full disclosure, I've known Steve for years. We used to do some martial arts training. But years ago, Steve, you had a couple of projects come up. If I remember correctly, you were looking to do the windows, the siding, possibly the roof. How did it start? Did you just go with me because we knew each other? Did you go out on the web and what happened?
So it actually all started with that bay window right there.
Okay.
And we were originally looking to get some of the trim work done because we wanted to paint. And we had clapboard on the house. It's all original windows. The house was about 20 years old at that point. So I actually didn't call you first. And I didn't call you first because I knew you. I wanted to see kind of what everybody else had to say.
Yep.
So you were actually the fourth person that had come out.
Okay.
You're the first person of the four that actually got on a ladder and looked at the window.
Okay.
And we were getting price ranges from, anywhere from like 1,000 to like 5,000 just for that one window.
Sure.
But when you got up there on the ladder, you actually said, and I remember you're standing up there and you looked down at me, you said, it's already leaking.
Yeah.
And I said, oh, great. And you just said, okay, hold on one second. You got down. You went over to your truck, you grabbed a tube of GeoCell,
GeoCell, yeah.
and you went and you sealed it up. And I said, okay, let me know what I owe you, whatever. You said, no, you don't owe me anything. I couldn't leave it like that because I know it's already leaking.
Yeah. In 2018, that's when we first started the project, and we did the windows and the siding first.
Yeah, so it was towards the end of the season.
Okay.
Winter was just about to hit.
Yep.
You looked at me and you said, I know you want to get this done, but there's just no way that I can fit you in. So with that being sealed up, you said, hey, we're gonna get you in first thing in the spring. So it was a long winter. We made it. The window survived.
Good.
And yeah, first thing in April, once the weather started to turn for the better, you guys came out and everybody just started getting to work. You started out with the windows, taking all those out. We went with your recommendation on the product and the style. We went with replacements, not new construction, because I didn't want to deal with anything on the inside.
Right, I remember that.
And you redesigned the window for us as well.
Yeah.
Once all the old clapboard came off, we ran into a couple of issues. You noticed that there was some rot down on the bottom.
Yep.
I remember at the time that you included the first couple of pieces of plywood.
Yep.
So I don't think that we actually had to pay much more for the rot, which was good because, I mean, it's a fairly significant amount of work that we were doing. So to not have to worry about a major cost coming up halfway through, it was good.
Couple years, 4, 5, 6 years went by and a windstorm came through and blew some shingles off?
Yeah, so we noticed after a particularly bad windstorm that there was a portion of the roof that was missing like 7 or 8 shingles.
Yep.
So I called you in a panic. I said, Jim, what am I supposed to do? My roof's gonna be leaking. You talked me down off a ledge.
Yeah.
You said, send me a picture. I sent you a picture and you just said, hey, listen, I'm in the area tomorrow. I'll swing by and take a look. The next thing I know, you show up and you're out front with a ladder and you're on the roof.
Yep.
You tacked down all the shingles and you came down and I said, okay, how bad is it? And you said, well, you probably got about 4 years left on it. And that kind of just blew my mind because I was expecting you to say, no, you need a new roof like tomorrow.
Yep.
So
and you were ready to pay for it?
I would have paid for it right then and there.
It's all about trust. No matter who you are, it's all about having that good human-to-human conversation, asking the right questions, giving the right answers, and setting the real time frames. I'm not here to sell anybody. So to sit there and say, hey, you got 4 years, it gave you time to save a little bit of money. Mm-hmm. And obviously when 4 years came, the roof held, so you didn't have any other problems. You didn't call me, which was great. And then 4 years later, you call me, we come out, we bang out the roof, and the house still looks amazing.
Yeah, I mean, and it's a tribute to you and everybody at DelPrete. I mean, Jim is an amazing guy. He's super easy to talk to, get along. He's a real guy, okay? His crew,
my head's getting this big.
His crew is every bit of the people that you would think would work for a guy like Jim.
That's awesome.
Everybody that was out here, at the end of the day, they're cleaning up after themselves. We had little kids around. We had dog. They're polite to the family. My kids would run around. They'd want to go up and see what they're doing. Nobody ever shunned them out of the way. They'd let them watch them work. It was a pleasure having everybody around. And even with the roof, I mean, you know, every day they're sweeping up after themselves. We didn't have, you know, tar particles or anything like that. No paper. It was like you guys came and you just put a roof on and left. It was exactly what we
And that's what we try. We try to come in and get everything, but of course when you get a house of any size, you've got several thousand nails coming off. Even when we do all the raking, we run over it with a magnet here and there. We're still bound to miss a few, usually in the mulch, or a guy steps on it and it gets pushed into the dirt, you know. But that's what we're aiming for every time. So, you know, I love hearing that. And then I think just before we started this, you was telling me the neighbor next door might need something. I should be out for.
Yeah, I mean, he actually thought that I used a different company, which was kind of funny to me because your truck had been here, like your trailer was over there for, you know, the weeks that it took to get the work. So I was surprised, but I said, no, you need to use DelPrete. That's who's the only one that I use. And I said, you know, call him, just call him.
You get a free estimate every time?
I have nothing bad to say.
Love it, love it. My name is Jim DelPrete. I'm the owner of DelPrete Home Improvements. Steve Guidaboni. Steve, good to see you again. I appreciate it. If you have any questions, you have a project, give us a call, 781-293-1417. Thanks.